welcome to another episode of Ride and Rants Zwifting Away. Today is the WTRL Racing League. This is something I do with my ladder team, Team Not Poggy. This is the WTRL Summer Showdown 2025, and this is race number 2 on the Glyph Heights in Watopia. Now this is a pretty mega race, about 38 kilometers, but with 4 big climbs in it really. The Mayan Mountain, Itza, and the grade. And this is a points race, so we got first across the line, fastest segments, and final finishing points and podium points as well. So a lot of points to be gained. There's 2 sprint stages half an hour ago, I was getting a roast and 3 climbs. So I don't think. I'll be very honest. I'm feeling quite nervous about this race. I've never done a WTRL points race. In fact, I've never really done a points race. So it's a first for me on both counts. I did the team trial last week with my team, TNP Galibier, and yeah, that was pretty tough. We came 5th within the Eastern Group, Division 2, and hopefully we can push our way up in the league standing. There's 4 of us racing today. Myself, Dan, Ollie, and Jorge.
Yeah, good luck,
so
everyone.
We got 3 Brits, 1 Chilean. Yeah, so let's see how we get on. It's a big group, 50 riders. And as you can see from the start, I thought it was going to be a bit crazy from the start. We'll kind of ease off and see how we get on. Enjoy watching.
Oh, it wasn't as wild as I thought it would be.
This is a 1 hour long race, so I won't voice over the whole thing. I'll just jump in where I think it gets a bit spicy.
Maybe everyone's as nervous as me. Hey, this guy, A. Witt, Condors, he's pretty good on the front.
Right on!
It's an 8-kilometer lead in itself. Okay. There's 49 of us. So as long as you don't come in the bottom 9, you get points. All right, okay, yeah, fair enough. This is slow. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. There we go. Thank you, coach. The orange hats does work, by the way. Although Ollie's just turned up. That's alright, it's all right, I see you. Yeah. Thanks, TJ.
So there's an 8-kilometer lead in to the start, or maybe 6 kilometers. As part of that are the 2 sprint sections and the first climb. I want to go a bit hard on the sprints. Not sure if it's going to affect me long term for the whole race, especially when we got the grade. Climbing the grade is a tough prospect for anyone, really, especially in a race like this. So yeah, I'm not quite sure where the sprint starts or when to go, so I'm really just watching the group and trying to read the group as is.
Yeah.
And here we go. This is the first sprint section. Everyone's gone off straight away. So I'm just following as best I can. Put some to power down. It's a long sprint. I didn't realise how long it was. So I did a bit sit down, catch my breath again, and just keep going and going, really. And push for that line. Pleased with that. Got some good points for
I'll take 4.
TNP. Bolivia, so that's, I think I came 4th in that sprint. So I should get some good points.
That was fast.
Hopefully, Coach, you see Coach turning up there. Hopefully, Coach has got some good points in that sprint as well. I'm not quite sure where Dan and Ollie are sitting at the moment. Kind of lose a little bit of context for them as I'm only seeing the riders I've got on my right hand side. Pack I'm in.
Do we get a power up in every little bit? I'm cooking here, absolute cooking.
So try to read the pack and sit tight within the peloton, or whatever you want to call it, the group, and save my energy. This is something I've been trying to work on. It's not really helped recently in certain races because of the issue with no steering and being kicked out. of the side, but because everyone's got no steering, it's fine. As you see, we got snuck into the second sprint stage. Because I'm within the pack, I was able to draft quite a lot, and I just again went a bit bananas. Kind of saw the line and just kept going, really. And supposedly, I came second on that one, which I'm really, really pleased with. This is a super strong group of riders, so take second.
Right, it's
yeah,
third and
really
fourth.
pleased with that. Actually, everyone set PRs on that one. I didn't seem to have set a PR, so don't know what happened there. And from there, we lead into all the climbing. We now start the Mayan climb into the Itza, and then ultimately the grade afterwards. As part of the race, we got first across the line for the 2 sprints, but also we got first across the line for the Mayan climb and the Itza climb. And we'll do the Mayan climb twice because the finish is on the Mayan climb too. And then for those same 5 segments, 2 sprints, 2 Mayan and 1 Itza, we get fastest time for the segment 2.
Yeah. Keep hydrated, everybody.
Right then, climbing time. Head down, focus, don't go too bananas. And try and hold on to the top 10, I think. I think that's my focus, top 10. What's quite nice about the Mayan climb and the Itza climb is actually quite a lot of it is fairly draftable. So as you can see here, the group is sticking together, no one's gone off the front. Ultimately because there's still so much climbing ahead that you could be caught quite easily, or on the descent off the top of the grade, you could also get caught, especially if you're on your own. Coming to the top here of the Mayan climb. This has obviously got points on it, so everyone's dropped their feathers. I actually don't have a feather. I had a draft I used earlier, so I really just need to try and stick to some wheels I did a little bit of course recon looking at some videos, and the climb doesn't stop here. You've got a flat section, so a lot of people drop off the pace here. So if you put the pedal down a bit harder on the flat, you should be able to get some decent points. You can see everyone's sprinting quite hard to get some points here. But like I say, I'm happy with that. Top 10 and a PR. So struggling a little bit, as you can see. Need to recover because you've still got plenty of climbing left. Here we go, into the second climb of the day. Itza. The group has come together quite nicely, so the plan is just to sit in the pack and draft as long as possible, really, and be aware of any breakaways.
Right on.
As we come to the top of the climb here, the group is spread out quite a lot, and I was a bit concerned I was going to get dropped, so put a little bit more pace down, a bit more power, just to kind of catch up with this front group, because I know this little section's got a bit of a kick at the end, and it's not so draftable, so you may get some breakaways. Nice to be able to do some climbing with another teammate. So we got Jorge there, just dropped his feather. I held off my feather as long as possible to give me a slight advantage just at the end. I felt pretty good. But as you can see, the pace has really picked up here. 5.5.
Yeah.
Watts. But this is a tough climb. There we go, 6.5, 7 watts. These are really, really strong riders, really strong competitors. And it's pretty consistently 5.5, 6 watts. There's Jorge again, you can see us. We wore orange hats today and orange socks with our white team jersey monochrome one. So it can be a bit more distinctive, and it kind of has worked here. I'm not quite sure where the line is. Here we are. Didn't know there was a flap. So just keep going. And actually, I didn't mean to do this, but I picked Jorge at the line. Sorry, Jorge. The group is spread really thin here. The trick now is to try and get back together, try and stick together for the grade, but the grade is going to be killer, and you'll see that incoming soon.
Here we go.
There we have it.
Just do it at your own pace.
Upper section of the grade, king of the mountain. Look at that. Look how steep it is. Like 6 or 8 switchbacks. Just gonna hit.
Yeah.
Constant tempo of about 4 watts. If I can achieve 4 watts for this whole climb, I'll be very pleased. There's quite a lot of us up here now. 13th at the moment. I'd like to finish in the top 10 here. I'll go quiet on the comms and just focus on the climb, see how we get on.
Man, these guys are doing 5 watts in the front. Yep. Gotta be close to them done first.
The last super steep section of the grade, 11, 12, 13% in some sections. I've been chasing up and down between 9th and 10th, 11th, all the way up. Feeling fairly strong, so normally I would dig in a little bit more and push to get a little bit of a better finish on here, because I can see there's 3, 4, 5 riders ahead of me, and I'm not that far behind.
Come on.
As you can see, I'm putting in 4.5 watts at the end here, struggling a little bit. And those riders got away from me, which is disappointing. But I came 10th, so I'm real happy with that. The trick here now is to not let it all get away, because there's still a bit of climbing left to get over and up and over and get into that downhill. But I want to really chase back onto this group ahead. But I'm struggling a little bit here.
Go on, lads, you can do it. Well done, lads. First up as you got. Fucking hell.
Unfortunately, I couldn't chase back onto that group ahead, and they've disappeared now. Instead of 15 seconds or 20 seconds ahead, so I've dropped off the pace a little bit to let this small group, I say small group, I thought it was a small group of riders join me so that I can descend with them and do the flat sections and get some recovery in before the final climb. Final climb up the Mayan climb, which is the finish, and also another valve segment, FDS segment. So yeah, now it's a bit of recovery.
Go on, lads. Well done.
This was a sneaky little segment just after the climb. Everyone's in a recovery mode, but we're dropping 6.5, 5.5 watts. I had to drop into my feather to keep up with these guys, which I was kind of hoping I'd save. It's a bit long as well, so it's 6-7%, so it's not draftable. I really have to kind of dig in here to keep in touch with this group. If not, then I'm going to get dropped, and I'm not going to finish close to the level that I wanted. I wasn't sure if there were any points on offer here. Looking back, I don't think there were. But I still went for the first across the line within the group, so I was pleased with that. And now it's time to descend for some recovery. It's fairly straightforward now until the end, so I think I might speed up some of it to shorten this video a bit. there we have it. That's the end of the descending. As I said, fairly straightforward, fairly boring. Everyone's stuck together. A lot of recovery, 2.5, 3 watts. So now we're coming into the end of the race. And the end of the race is, like I said, the Mayan climb that we've already done. Quite confident on this climb. There's a lot of draftability to it, but I want to finish strong. Get some points, obviously, because the group ahead of us are significantly ahead now, 45, 50 seconds, and then the leaders are in the minutes ahead now. So there's no way of finishing any higher than the group we're in now, which 9th and 10th is probably the best we can look for finishing position. And obviously there's some points available for finishing position, first across a line and fastest through the segment. As you can see, it's a fairly punchy climb. The Mayan, it's quite long. 2K, 3%. So like I said, draftable with a sort of short, flat section at the end, which if you've still got the legs, you can sprint. Compete with anybody for the sprint. So yeah, here we go. This is the last 2 kilometers. The head down focus. Stick with this group, maybe chase them down a bit and see how we get on. Got 1 kilometer to go here. I saved myself, covered on the little flat sections, try to stay in the draft. Staying a little bit further back now, I don't want to kind of give myself away a bit. I want to try and attack around this point, so I think you'll see me ramping up the pace here, so 5.5 watts, 5 watts. So nobody seems to come with me so far, so I just keep going 6.5. Obviously this is hard work, doing 6 watt distance, so hopefully I can hold on to it till the very end, don't have a blowout, but I felt pretty good for 6 watts. And as you can see, I've made 1 or 2 second gap already on the group behind, so I see that, which gives me a bit more confidence, a bit more energy to keep going. Chase down the guy in front of me, Fwd, who I've been back and forth with all the race, to be honest with you, and chase down to the end. And as you can see on the profile, there's that blue flat section. Now that's the finish line. That's into the finish line, the flat section for sprinting. So head down, keep going. Hopefully I've got the legs for it. I can see in the times here that Fwd is really chasing me down, and there's another guy, Whiteley, just turns up out of nowhere, puts down a bit of a sprint. I'm struggling, as you can see, and he just hits me at the line, but I came 10th. So I'm really, really pleased with that. 10th overall in this race. Good point for the sprints. And the other sections, so hopefully some good FAL and FTS points, finishing points, and see what we get. And couldn't see anybody's times or points here. In touch with my team, Jorge and Ollie and Dan, just to see how they got on. And yeah, that's the team effort, this one, team points. So thanks very much for watching. I'll be racing again on Friday. Might try and do some other videos in the meantime. If you enjoyed that, please like and subscribe, and share my channel, share the video. Thanks very much for watching. Take care. Bye bye.